Okay, so let's take a look at how you can set up Apex free workspace and how to go around by the dashboard and all the options that we have to use Apex, right? So first thing we do is we go to Oracle's Apex page, which is on apex.oracle.com. Then click on start for free. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to request free workspace. Alternatively, if you have free Oracle account, you can also get this one for free, right? Then another alternative is downloading this locally and setting it up. It's a bit complicated with local setup, but if you are patient enough, you can set this up as well, right? So we will be using this online workspace, which makes using Apex a lot easier, and also things would be a lot quicker as well, right? So first thing, we will click on request free workspace, which should take you to another page. Here you will see you'll have to enter name, last name, email, then workspace name, right? This could be your company name or school name, etc. Then you choose the location. Then you can select, are you new to Oracle Apex? Say yes. Also, you have option to say whether you want to use this for education or training. Say yes and then request, right? Based on your choices and your data, it will go to a request queue, then it will get approved, right? So if you go to your email, you will get email something like this: workspace request approved, right? And then you can click on create workspace, right, which should take you to your dashboard like this, right, where you can see you have application, tables, developers. Currently everything is 0, right? And then you have these options like creating an app, SQL workshop to learn SQL, then team development option, and gallery. So we will be going through all of these options and also your account, right? As you can see, clicking on the top, you will have option to sign out or change the preferences, right? Also there is admin option, so administration. Here you can manage services related to your Apex account, manage users, monitor your activity within Apex, then your dashboard, and changing your password, right? So this is the most generic interface that you will get when you first sign up. Now as you populate your Apex dashboard, there will be apps, there will be users, and other workspace messages, right? So we will browse through all these options one by one. So first being app builder. If you click on this, it should take you to a page that looks like this, where you can create the app or import the data and then create the app, or import previously created app. Then there is dashboard that you will be accessing based on the app that you generated or created. Then there are workspace utilities that you can work with, right? So the most default action you start with is creating app from scratch, or you can start with sample app, right? Then we will move on to this SQL workshop option. So this is for checking your SQL commands, SQL scripts, utilities. Then as you can see, utilities like this. Then you have RESTful services to check through, right? Then you have these two, which is object browser for your existing objects, tables, and also we will take a look at these two, first being SQL commands. So to learn SQL, specifically Oracle SQL, you can use this scratchpad and run your commands, right? Then we come to SQL scripts. If you created some scripts, want to use them as a bundle and then run them in a kind of like batch system, you can make use of SQL script option, right? Then comes the team development option, right? So here you see option to set up various settings for yourself which are specific to team development. You can also change your language, right? And then complete the setup. Currently the team development is something I'm not covering, so I will skip this part, right? So next would be checking out the gallery, right? When you click on the gallery tab, you'll notice that it has sample apps, starter apps, and custom apps. So sample apps would be something for you to directly use, right? So these are complex apps here, like let's say reporting, RESTful service, then theme preference, right? Maps. So these are ready to use apps. Then comes starter apps. So if you want to get in-depth idea on how to use, say, a customer dashboard, poll, team calendar, opportunities, you can install them and use them. Then comes the custom apps. So if you want to set your own apps and put them here for easy access, this is one of the option. Currently, as you can see, they are mentioning that want to see your own apps here, can configure installation source, right? So configuring the gallery is the page where you do the custom apps settings. Now comes the admin part. So if you click on this, it should take you to administration where you can manage service, user groups, monitor activities, dashboard, and utilize the services in the report. Now here you see you have option for checking out users and groups. I am the only user here. Say groups, there isn't anyone, right? So everything will be empty, right? So we'll go back here, click on administration. Now here you'll also get the idea on workspace name, number of applications, schemas, request, and all that, right? So clicking on that should also give you more options for monitoring activity, like getting page views, developer activity, then sessions, login attempts, environment, page view, and so on, right? So pretty much you will see some interesting activity under the dashboard option as well. So when you click on that from administrators, then monitor activity, and then dashboard, either one of that would point you to the option to view all of the services, files, request under one place, right? As you can see, there is more data regarding database as well. Now if we move on to things like, let's say, manage services, we can take a look at what type of service request we can make. So click on make a service request. Here you can see request schema, request storage, request termination. So want to request any additional schema, you can click on this, click next. Same with storage, and if you want to delete your account, then click on request termination and click next. So when you want to make service request to Apex backend, then you can make use of this option. So administration, manage services, and request, right? Then you have workspace utilization option, right? So we make use of that when in case you want to take a look at how much of resources you are using, right? Here you can see all the details related to number of applications, workshop, team development, and other services that you have used, right? So this is just a part of admin side. Now if you want to log out, you can click on the last option where you have your user and click on sign out. There are also preferences for your sessions, like your schema here, right? Date format, right? So let's say you are from DDMMYY field, then you can make use of something like this, right? Or if you are from US, where you have month first, then day, and then year, you can use that as well. So for me, I already picked the region, so I get DD1 and Y. Then there are Unicode CSV downloads I can enable. Run application in new window, right? Then use single window to run all application, that is also possible. And finally I can run and apply the changes, right? So like this, these are some of the settings that you can use within Apex. We have managed to create our workspace. Now we can create a new app, or I can also set up sample data apps for running through Apex.